Hi there, and a very warm welcome to Frugal. My name's Lara. This is a frugal living and budgeting channel, and today I'm so delighted to have a chat to you about a wee Thrifty Tuesdays frugal chat to you about 10 things that are so valuable. They cost us nothing, but they mean everything. And the first of those is gratitude. And what's inspired that, and what's inspired this video, is that this month of May, I've been having some frugal catch-ups with people close to me, friends that I've not seen for some time, family, and I just appreciate that so much. And I'm looking forward to doing a video soon about frugal ways to socialise, frugal fun social activity ideas. So watch this space. But it's so lovely to see these people who I've missed, and do so on a budget, of course. But it just reminded me of just how precious these qualities are. These qualities in people that you can't put a price on. They're just worth so much, and that if we cultivate these qualities in our life, in our way of living, in our way of being with others in the world, it's something that you just can't put a price on. So I'm very full of gratitude for the good people in my life, and those lovely qualities that they have. So that's what inspired number one, gratitude. Number two is also such a valuable thing that costs nothing but worth everything, and that is kindness. Small acts of kindness have such a huge ripple effect, and it can really make someone's day. It can even change the course of someone's life. If someone was at rock bottom and even a stranger extends their hand of kindness, it could turn everything around for that person. And it might seem like a small insignificant thing, smiling at a stranger on the street, or a kind word, but that could be so transformative for that person. And it's good to remember how precious these qualities are, and to embrace opportunities to extend kindness to others is a real gift. So that's number two. Number three is patience. Patience is such a valuable quality as well. How often have we in life had times where we've maybe felt as if people haven't been patient with us, and it can hurt, because if we're doing the best we can in our life and maybe we don't do something as quickly as someone else, or we've got some personal obstacle and people are frustrated or lose their temper or judge because maybe we don't quite grasp something as quickly, or do something as efficiently or in the same way, or don't understand something. And that can be hard. So likewise, turning it the other way, when people treat us with patience, it's really appreciated and means so much, because it just helps us feel like we're accepted, valued, and helps give us the confidence to do things that we need to do in our way, and know that it's a safe environment to do so. So again, can't put a price on that. Compassion as well. These things all go hand in hand. And we live in a world with billions of people, and people are dealing with a lot of difficult things, and people are sometimes in survival mode. It can sometimes feel like a dog-eat-dog world for people. So if people are able to offer compassion to others, not just other humans, but to the planet in general, to animals, to our amazing environment that has suffered so much at the hands of humans, that the more compassion that we're able to give, It's a gift to ourselves, but it's also a gift that it can be quite a rare thing, because people can be struggling and people sometimes have closed up and don't feel that they can extend compassion to others. So when it's possible to do that, but still in a way that we're caring for ourselves too, it's both self-compassion and compassion to others. It's a beautiful thing in a world that can be really hard for people sometimes. So it's a very priceless thing to experience and to cultivate in our lives. Empathy as well. This is very similar, but with empathy, being cautious not to overextend ourselves, because there can be such a thing as kind of compassion or empathy fatigue as well. So it's finding ways to do that and have that empathy, but also stay grounded and care for ourselves within that. Because if we're the kind of people that can give a lot of empathy and be very caring, if we run our cup dry, then, it's that whole thing about the oxygen mask. We need to care for ourselves too. But empathy can mean the world when people may feel judged, misunderstood, they're struggling, and have someone maybe not completely understand because they're not going through the exact same thing, but they have that empathy and they're able to be like, it's very validating for someone. I see you, I hear you, I feel for you, that you're going through whatever you're going through or experiencing that emotion or that challenge. And it helps people feel accepted and validated. And that is very, very, very important. So again, another priceless quality to cultivate in our lives. Also, good sense of humour is worth so much because it helps us roll with the punches in life. It helps us have that resilience. So when things happen that don't go to plan, and it's like, sometimes it's that thing, I could laugh or I could cry. If we can find a way to find the humour in things, in a kind way, but it can really help just get through some kind of tough spell or some curveball. And I think that is a really, really very useful thing to be able to fall back on that. And it helps soften the hardness of things that can happen at times. On to the next one. I've lost count now. It's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is number 7. Optimism. I don't mean toxic positivity, because I know that sometimes if people don't feel great, it can't be. Sometimes we've got to sit with how we feel, and we might not feel great, but if we can sit with it and let that have its chance to be felt, and then it can move through us and pass. So I don't ever mean suppressing our emotions, but what I mean is if we can find ways to have that sort of optimism and positive mindset, and within whatever's happening, try and find some, I like to call it some glimmers of optimism within any situation. That can really help with resilience and inner strength. And again, another thing that can be worth so much. Next is generosity. So whatever our finances, and even if things are very frugal, that we've had to really rein things in, I still feel like if there's a way to have generosity of heart, because it may not be giving money to charity or something, it may be giving a bit of our time or donating unneeded items, but there may be some way, or giving these qualities that I'm talking about, such as kindness, empathy. There are ways to be generous in our lives, and it feels very abundant and beautiful, and it fosters connection between people. And that's what life's about. These connections with other people are precious. and it feels good to give. And whatever our situation, there's always something of ourselves we can give in a balanced way, kind to ourselves, that can really make a difference for someone else. So this is another one. Next, we've got integrity, and this is the second last one, number 9. Integrity is worth everything, because sadly in the world sometimes there are people who aren't genuine, sometimes there are people who aren't honest or trustworthy, or, you know, which is such a shame, and people are going through whatever's happening in their life. It can change how people turn up in the world, and there's no judgment here. But when people do have that integrity that shines through in the things they do, that is so invaluable and worth so much. And again, the people who are dear to me that I've seen this month, and the people I'm looking forward to seeing that I haven't seen in some time next month, friends of mine, these are the qualities, and integrity is a biggie, of what I love so much about them. And finally, this is worth so much. It's so valuable, priceless, and a massive asset in our lives, is frugality, frugal mindset, yay! Which is what this is all about on this channel, how we can find ways to cultivate a frugal mindset in our lives, and how that can help us and pay dividends in helping us lead our best possible lives and our richest possible lives, and even living with less, if we can find ways to still lead a full life. And if we have that sort of frugal mindset, it can help us go really far, and whatever we have, even if it's a modest income, we can make it stretch that bit further. And frugality doesn't mean feeling deprived necessarily. A lot of the mindset of it is cultivating abundance. I feel like for me, for the long haul, if I was frugal in a way that I was just really deprived all the time, I would find it really difficult to sustain frugality. But it's a lifestyle, lifelong choice, so it's important within that to have that balance and still spend sometimes, but thinking of ways to be intentional about how our money can cover the necessities, but also be something that helps enrich our lives. And if we prioritize and we find ways to simplify and find ways to declutter and cut out the unnecessary expenses in life and streamline things and get clarity on what matters most to us, it can help us on a frugal path where even if we have less, that we can live a fuller life. This overlaps with the May decluttering that's going on right now, and it just comes back full circle that sometimes that kind of frugal mindset, it can dovetail with things like simplicity, minimalism, that whole gratitude thing as I mentioned, and mindfulness, and these different things, they can all go hand in hand. But cultivating all these 10 qualities in our life and appreciating those, it can really add to a richness in life. And we can't put a price on these lovely qualities of people. It's just, please know that it's so valued and you're so valuable and appreciated. So thank you and very best wishes. Hope you're having a super week, and see you again soon on the channel. Take care. Bye.